If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 6% off at checkout. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this video. What's up guys, it's FIFA Chief here, and today I'm going to be showing you one of the easiest ways for you guys to make coins on FIFA 22. And as we're diving into this, all I ask that you guys do, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then check out my Twitch. Link is in the description where I do all my daily live streams, so make sure to go drop a follow over there. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So what we're going to be looking at today, in short, is bidding on fodder cards. But there's a great time to do this, great time to sell, everything like that. So make sure to kind of stick around to get the full gist of this. So what is fodder? Why are we bidding on it? Fodder is basically high rated cards that aren't good in game. So, 85s, 86s, 87 rated cards that just aren't very good in game, and they're only used for SBCs. Guys like David Silva, guys like Felipe here is an 84. Cards like this that just really aren't used much in game, but again, are good for SBCs. So how do we bid on these? How do we trade with these? Why are we looking at these? Basically, since it's team of the year and this is the biggest pack promo of the year, there's so many packs getting opened. Everybody's trying to open these blues, get these blues. What happens is in the store, EA released what are called lightning rounds. And basically, lightning rounds are at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. UK typically on Friday, Saturday. And they've been mixing it up a lot too. What they do is they release a ton of packs in the store for the whole community. So maybe they'll release 100,000, 100K packs in the store, and that is for the entire world. Once the entire world has opened 100,000, 100K packs, those are gone. So people try to open these very, very quickly. So what they do is when they open these and they're getting these like 88, 87, 86 rated cards, these fodder cards, what they do is they just quickly list them up for open bid, which means they're just kind of listing them with no exact bid price or buy now. They just list them up and let people bid on these cards. So we get tons and tons of supply of these cards that you can bid on. However, there's just not enough people to kind of cover the amount of cards coming in. So it becomes really, really easy to bid on these cards. So I'm going to kind of talk to you about how you can pick these cards up, how you can make coins, everything like that. So looking at bidding on these fodder cards, the first thing you can do is just kind of like start picking cards and trading with them. So the first thing I'd do, I saw that Felipe. So the first thing I'd do is I'd go check his price here, see what he's selling for. Then when the lightning round comes around, I would just sit here and, at an hour after the lightning round, when these cards are going to start expiring, I would just sit here and kind of keep an eye on Felipe's bids. There's a bunch here with only 1,000 coin bids. This is open bid right here. You can see there's a bunch of cards here that have no bid on them. They all start at 1,000. This happens, but when there's lightning rounds, there are like 5 times more cards than you can see here, which is crazy. So you can either pick specific cards is one way to go about it. You can go Felipe, you can go David Silva. Now I'm typically going 84 rated cards or higher here when I'm doing this, and you can just sit here and pick specific cards to do this with. Now the next way you can do it, which is kind of the way I've been liking to do, is find a filter that works. And I'm going to show you a good filter that works here, which is going to be Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, gold rare, German midfielders. Actually, you can just go midfielders, I believe. And if we take a look at the price of these, we've got 84s and 85. We got some high rated cards in here. So the first two, we got 84 Sabitzer, 84 Sane, Nabry's an 85 that's in there, Muller's an 87, Kimmich is in there, Goretzka's in there. There's a lot of cards in here. And basically what you can do is just set your max bid price to some value here. Oh my goodness, is that Sane actually there for 1,000 coins? And then, you just do this and you can sit here and all these cards are going to pop up in here and you just absolutely go to work trying to bid on these cards. And again, during lightning rounds, this is 10 times better because there is actually just like 5 times the supply, maybe even more of these cards. And you'd be shocked with the amount of deals that just kind of like slip through and nobody notices. And so it's just ridiculous when you have that crazy supply, but nobody's really paying attention. And what you can do as well during those lightning rounds is you can sit here and try to snipe these cards as well. You don't have to do bidding, but bidding an hour after the lightning rounds is just nuts. Like it's just so easy to pick up cards. But while you're kind of waiting, maybe you don't really have any more cards to bid on, you can sit here and try to snipe these cards as well, because these will be popping up left, right, and center. So this is another way you can go about it is, you can pick a filter that works and just kind of like do that over and over. Damn, someone bid on that Sane. That's tough. I thought I was actually going to get him for 1,000 there. You can see, though, these were very close to coming through, and if there were more Sanes on the market, we could potentially have a shot. I'm going to let this guy bid on these, and we're going to see what happens, just to show you that these cards can expire for super, super cheap. So I'm going to leave these, and we'll come back and see what they expire for. Now, the next thing you could do is you could do something like this. You could set your max bid price to something like 2K, and then set your minimum buy now to something way higher here. Set your minimum buy now to like 9,900 or something. So basically you're getting cards with really, really low bids here, but with high buy nows, and then just go gold rare. And then what you can do is you can sit here and just start flicking through these cards, right? Flick through absolutely every card here and just kind of see what pops up. And what you want to do is on your browser, you want to type in Footbin. Here, let me bring you over. Footbin, cheapest buy rating. You don't need to look up specific cards every time, but if you go Footbin, cheapest buy rating, you have this up next to you. Basically, every time you see an 85 rated card, you'd be like, all right, he's 6.5K, I'll bid 6K or less for him. Every time you see an 86 rated card, you're like, okay, he sells for 12K, I'll try to get him for like 10K or whatever. So basically, you just have that up next to you, and you'll just be able to kind of recognize whenever there's deals there. And what you can do as well is kind of set like, you can bump up this max price there, bump up that. And basically, the more you bump those up, the more you're just going to get high rated cards in here as well. Now, sometimes the filters are a little glitchy and not all the cards will pop up. So a lot of times, it does depend what's working well for you at the time. A lot of times what I like to do is just kind of try to find those specific players that are going to work well. Maybe guys that just people don't really pay attention to. I'm trying to think of one here. I don't know. So one that may fly under the radar could potentially be like Modric, I guess. Modric is a guy that I don't know. I don't see a lot of people put in SBCs. I just don't think he's a guy a lot of people pay attention to. And basically just go until you find a card that you're winning basically everything on bid here. And then you just kind of go to work with it. And basically it is all centered around this mass amount of supply, and then just cards just not getting bid on enough because there's so many cards getting listed up that are easy to win on bid. And again, you can do this with 83s, 84s, 85s, 86s. You can do this with 90 rated cards. The thing is, there's just so much supply, but the demand isn't there at that time. So what we do is we just go ahead and take advantage of it by both sniping and bidding on these cards when we get that crazy supply from the community during these lightning rounds. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.